Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. A new update for Elden Ring Nightlord has just dropped, and despite the patch notes not telling us a lot of changes, it actually added a brand new expedition that has some unique rewards and this new facility that has a lot of things for you to add to your game, including some unique relics that are very powerful. And the best part about this is that the boss at the end of the expedition is actually quite different. So this has been a huge update, way bigger than I expected, so I'm going to be covering all of that in this video. So if you come here to the table, you can see that there is a brand new Gaping Jaw expedition that is colored purple, whereas all the other ones are colored blue, and I have of course not done this one yet. So that being said, I'm going to go in solo and let's see how this goes. Hopefully the boss fight is different. They have mentioned that they would be releasing harder versions of these Nightlords at some point, so we're going to see how this works. And of course I'm going to be taking the Dark Souls 2 drip with my boy Wilder. So far most of the map seems to be the same, but I see this purple fog that I don't think is always there. The skybox looks to be a little bit different. Let's go ahead and quickly clear the first camp. Get some good XP. Check out these weapons, might have some good passives. And I am of course running the two grapple hooks with the Wilder. I'll show you guys my relics in a little bit. Let's go ahead and head to the Grace to level up. Now when I'm playing solo, I usually like to go for level 3 as quickly as possible before I head to a camp, because I think it helps me clear those camps a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna see if there's a few more enemies besides these ones. Oh, I can actually get to 3 now. That's perfect. So I have this camp right here that has Holy. Might be able to get a stone sword key out of it. And we have an Everdark pretty close, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Wilder is actually one of my favorite characters to play as. I just love his playstyle. Love the speed you get with the grapple hook. The grapple hook is also very useful at pulling enemies, staggering them. Gotta be careful with these guys when you're playing solo, because those bubble attacks actually do a lot of damage and they flinch you pretty easily. I'm also running of course the Bloodborne Healing Relic. Ooh, that's nice, Golden Vow, I'll take that. And cannot level up just yet. Did we get a... I'm sad we didn't get the stone sword key, so I'm gonna check on the upper floor. This takes a little bit more time, but we may get lucky with what we get out of it. Where are you going? So yeah, in case you don't get a stone sword key out of that chest, you can always check up here and you more often than not are going to get here. So, and there you go. Pretty good. We're level 4 now, we're gonna level up. I have my ultimate ready, so that is perfect for the Everdark. I always like to have my ultimate so that I can burst down a boss if it's one of the more difficult ones, like the Godskin Apostle for example. And let's see, oh, it's these two. These are usually pretty easy to deal with. You get staggered pretty quickly. And I managed to miss one of them. I managed to hit the other one, so that's nice at least. I was hoping to hit both at the same time. Need to find myself a greatsword actually, so I stop spending all of this stamina on my attacks with this colossal sword. Gonna pop the Golden Vow. I should have done that from the beginning, but that's fine. And there you go. Where should we go next? I think we go here, get another stone sword key. Nice, HP restoration from flasks, that's always good. Now, Adel, the Gaping Jaw boss that we have, is weak to poison, so hopefully we find a poison weapon. There are some characters that you can more easily get the right weapons for, Nightlords, like for example, if you're playing the Executor, you can actually have a very good chance of getting the Serpent Bone weapon. Ooh, this is perfect for this boss. So if you poison the enemy, he takes more damage. Or you get more attack, rather. So we find a Leonin Misbegotten here. It's not a very difficult boss fight to do. I should have definitely popped Golden Val beforehand, though. I almost have my ultimate. Gonna pop it here since he is in an attack chain. Perfect. As you can see, I also have the bonus for the Wilder to leave the fire on the ground whenever you do the ultimate. That does add up a little bit of extra damage and clears the ads if there are any ads nearby. So I find it to be pretty good overall. Not anything amazing. Oh, I didn't get the bonus. They interrupted me. I wanted to go for the physical attack there. Definitely the best option out of these. I didn't check. Yeah, we might not have time to do that one. You take me up. Actually, it's not a bad idea to take this. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that, boss, so I might just try to go to this church. And then maybe do this camp afterwards. I wonder just how much more difficult Adel is gonna be. I don't find him to be a very difficult boss, but the first day of the game being out, I did have some trouble doing him because a lot of people were dying and getting eaten over and over. And in case you aren't aware, with Adel, whenever he eats someone, he gets an attack bonus, so he deals more damage. And when you get people constantly getting eaten, it can be a nightmare, to be honest. I think this is the fastest route to get up there. It's a shame that I need to skip the Madness Camp for now, because the Madness Camps are usually pretty fast to clear. You only need to defeat the Madness Monk. Also, let me know if you guys like this type of video, because I have been wondering if I should make live commentary style videos. Maybe I'm talking too much. Should I skip the church? That's fine. We'll go back to it later. Hopefully the castle isn't filled with trolls. That would be annoying. I don't think I have time to clear that solo without my ultimate before the storm kills me. Oh shit, I got sniped. Okay, that was crazy. So let's head over to the castle. Again, fingers crossed. You can actually break these with a Wilder ultimate, by the way. Sometimes you get good loot out of that, but I wouldn't recommend spending your ultimate there, because it's very RNG dependent. Oh, it's the trolls. Damn it. That is unfortunate. Again, I should have popped Golden Val. I keep forgetting to do that. Also, I hope we're lucky with some of the great swords we can find here. Hopefully we get a Flamberge. That would be perfect, since that great sword has bleed on it. You can deal a lot of damage with it. There you go. Now we gotta kill these trolls. Gotta pop the ultimate right away. Don't want to mess around too much with the pots that they are throwing. Hopefully I'm able to clear a couple of trolls before the area finishes. And hopefully we don't have the Belt-bearing Hunter below the castle, so I can go there as well. Magma Blade isn't a bad weapon. It's not ideal, but it's a great weapon, so I'll take it. Maybe I'll be able to get a second curved sword, and that would be fantastic. Also, a pretty big tip. Every time you are in this area, always go to those butterflies right there. You get a physical damage bonus and a fire attack damage bonus. And that is of course quite good, allowing you to deal more damage. I don't think the bots can reach us here, so I'm allowed to fight with this troll 1v1. Although occasionally some enemies can join you. They are stationed on that room behind me. Can I get the critical? There you go. I need level 7 to use the magma blade, so I'll level up after this one. There you go. And these weapons are not great. They don't have good passives either. Ideally, you want to look for successive hits, negate damage, continuously restore HP. Stuff like that is what I usually go for. More likely to break poise. Those are some of my favorite passives to get. We're not being very lucky with the ones we're getting, which is unfortunate. But at least we have a good weapon. Could be worse in that department. So now we have 2 more trolls, I believe, on the other side. There's one at the very end. Wait, why am I restoring HP? I have no idea. Oh, it's the Bloodborne Relic, never mind. I didn't realize I took damage there. That's not bad, but it's not what I'm looking for. Golden Parry, that is definitely better than that one. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see if I can kill this one before the end of the day. Let's use that magma shower. Put that good skill to use. Oh, I love this skill, it's so good. Ah, these suck. Let's see. I might be able to get this one still. I think it's worth trying. Oh shit. Might have messed up here. Come on, magma shower. I also love that magma shower works with the Bloodborne Relic. You're able to heal quite a lot with the skill. It's pretty funny the way Bloodborne Relic works in this game, because it interacts with skills, but not with spells, for example. Okay, I definitely gotta run now. I'll come back and finish him off later, and finish off the entire castle. I did not check if Libra is present on the map, I don't think so. And by now I also cannot check, because he might have left. He usually leaves when the storm is about to hit. Might be able to clear this. We still haven't hit any churches, so there's still plenty for me to do. And I'm level 8, about to be level 9. I might be able to hit level 10 at the end of the first night, which would be ideal. Because I'm the type of person to pursue levels above anything else. I think that it's very important to have high levels. So we're gonna need to skip all of this. Go straight for the golem if we're to be able to clear this on time. I wish I had time to check for an Everjail, for a stone sword key I mean, but we don't have the time for that right now. That is fine. Maybe not the best decision to be using a fire weapon against him, but there you go, we killed the golem. Improved damage negation, I prefer the bow actually. And let's check these weapons. Fire damage negation. Ugh. Not looking good, I must say. You guys can fuck yourselves. Gonna use the smaller version of the ultimate, I'm gonna get it again. Magic damage negation, not what I'm looking for either. Just gonna hit this to level up. Oh, I see a boss right there. I actually have a magma blade. If I have my ultimate by the time I finish this, let's see if I kill him. I think that's his place where I marked. And I think we're gonna get Margits here. Actually, I do have a golden parry. Let me try to use it. Oh, that's a grab. And he got me. I've been playing around with the parry in this game, apart from the executioner parry, of course. And it's a bit weird because I'm used to now to the executioner parry, which allows you to parry everything. And you, of course, cannot parry everything with regular parries. That was too soon. Far too soon. There you go. So at least we got a good weapon. It's not poison. Oh, I hate these two. So these are actually a pretty easy boss to defeat. But when you're playing solo, these can be really annoying because the way AI works in this game is very often when you're fighting multiple enemies, one of them will kind of leave and let you deal with the other enemies. So you'll be like 1v1 or 1v2 even when you are fighting a group of enemies. But it's when it's these two, both of them will try to attack you at the same time. So when you're playing solo, it becomes a little bit more difficult. Again, I don't want to use my ultimate. I recommend always against using the ultimates on the end of day bosses. Simply because you don't have time limit when you're doing these bosses. You can take as long as you want. And when you're playing solo, you even have a revive. So you really want to save up your ultimate so that by the time you finish this, you can use your ultimate right away on a camp or on a field boss, whatever it may be, so that you can save up some extra time on day 2. That is the idea. Definitely feeling the lack of range there, so I'm gonna see if I can pop the Golden Vow. There we go. Now swap to the Magma Blade. Of course, if you're taking a long time with these bosses... Oh, my HP is going down pretty high. I gotta be careful here. As I was saying, of course, if you are taking a long time in these boss fights, you can always pop the ultimate if you know that you're going to be able to have it up by the time you finish it. I really wanted to be careful there, did not want to hit the trees with the Magma Blade because I was pretty much dead if I hit them. There you go. I don't like any of these. Maybe this one if I'm gonna try to do parries, but I'm not gonna parry the final boss. I'm actually gonna go for critical restores HP. I forget where I saw the boss and the ping is gone. So I'm actually gonna forget about him. We wanna hit the castle. So maybe it's best if I go here. Hit the mines. And try to hit both churches and finish the castle. I think that would be ideal. Also, one thing you should be doing always is leaving that area even while the storm is out there and you are taking damage, because you're going to be able to recover it pretty easily. I just did not do it right away because I was checking out the map and checking my routes. But if you're playing multiplayer and you have someone that is doing the routing for you, just be sure to leave immediately. And you'll need to pop a potion on the way there, but that's pretty much it. Actually, don't need to use my ultimate against this guy. He's pretty chill. Just gonna do this. This is why this skill is so powerful, dude. It's insane. Gonna take the smithing stone and eat the boluses. As you saw right there, you can actually eat the boluses and any other item on the ground. You don't need to pick it up to consume it. Oh, it's this way. Fuck. I usually don't like going into the mines a lot because you often spend a pretty decent amount of time navigating these, even if you know the right path all the time. But the second thing is, a lot of times you're going to end up getting a very powerful purple weapon like the one I just got here. So the only reason I went through that mine was because I did not really have anything else to do on the way to the church. But like, I wasn't really rewarded with a lot by going there because I already have a good weapon. So that is one thing that I hear people saying a lot. They prioritize going to the mines above a lot of things. For me personally, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see, what is this field boss? Is it an easy one? Oh, it is. Okay. So this was the Earth Tree avatar, whatever it's called. Actually pretty easy to do, especially if you have fire, which of course I have with this weapon and my ultimate. It does a lot of damage, so that is something that I have to be on the lookout for. But I also do a lot of damage to it, as you can see. That was already half of its HP. Oh, I forget the explosion afterwards. Oh no! It sucks not having the follow-up, because this isn't a great sword. I'm so used to having it. And look at all of that damage. It just burns through enemies. This weapon is insane in Elden Ring if you never used it. And there you go. Pretty easy boss fight. Decent chunk of runes. Oh! Oh, this weapon is fantastic, actually. But I don't think I'm gonna take it over successive attacks restore HP. It's such a good bonus. And it's +3. I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna hit this up, see if I can get a stone sword key. And because I've already cleared much of the castle, I'm not too worried about the time that I spent getting there. That's why I usually hit the castle on day 1. I was hoping those spots would hit more than one, but that's fine. And just one more. There you go, look at that beautiful damage we're doing. That's not a bad weapon. Again, not an ideal passive. We're getting very unlucky with the weapon passives here. Very unlucky. That's very unfortunate, because a good reason as to why a lot of runs become easier is because of the passives you end up getting. We also didn't get the stone sword key there, so I'm gonna check upstairs. I'm gonna clear these real quick. There you go. Easy peasy. Oh, I hear the area here. Gotta be quick about this. Holy damage negation, not what we're looking for. Take the stone sword key and leave. I messed up my grapple there. So we're gonna be hitting up that church. There's still an Everdark there, so that is nice. I might be able to hit the church at the bottom of the map. Maybe. It's gonna be rough to get there. We also didn't get hit by any special events so far. Which is kind of unfortunate. I can actually do this one real quick, because the church is right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what we get. Well, that's easy. Gonna pop the ultimate right away, because the storm is coming. Hit him with the magma blades. Look at all that fire damage. And I think he resists it too. One more hit. And there you go. Pretty easy, pretty chill. Raise physical attack. I'll take it. So at this point, I'm guessing we're not going to be able to get a poison weapon, which is fine. I mean, it may not be fine. We're going to see how difficult the new boss is. But so far, the rest of the run feels pretty much the same. We didn't get any special events, nothing like that. Oh, Starlight Shards might actually be good with this skill. I'll take it. Yeah. And I'm not gonna remove the smithing stone just yet, because I might get a good secondary weapon that needs to be upgraded. So I'm gonna look for that beforehand. I'm gonna hold on to that until the end of the run. If I had my ultimate, I mean, let's see the damage. Fuck it, let's try it. We're pretty close to the end of the area. Nice, we got a stagger already. Well, good thing I decided to come here. The Bloodborne rally is crazy. I'm getting healed as I take damage because of the magma there. Pretty good combination. A continuous healing, pretty good. Definitely gonna take that. And again, I need to remind myself to use the golden vow that I have before the start of a fight, because that is such a good buff. Honestly, if you are playing a melee character and you get golden vow, in my opinion, you should always hold on to the weapon, unless you get some really good passive or something. Right, level 12. Let's go ahead and finish the other trolls. Hopefully we're lucky with the downstairs part of the castle. If not, we'll check upstairs. But at this point, I guess we can do, even if we get the bell-bearing hunter, I think we can still do him. Also, I mentioned I was gonna show the relics, but this run has been pretty hectic. But I'll be showing you once we finish this day. Okay, gonna pop the small ultimate because I want to use it in a little bit again. There we go, pretty clean. Oh, what? That was the last of them? Okay, this greatsword is actually quite good. The passive is pretty shitty, I'll be honest. But I will take it, because I might want to use it. It has bleed on it. And it has endure, which is actually a pretty good skill. The reach on the weapon is pretty awful though. But yeah, I think that was all of the pods, so I'm gonna check downstairs, just checking the weapons here. Charged incantations, HP recovery again. No successive attacks negate damage, that's what that I really wish we got, but that's fine. I wonder if hitting these butterflies stacks with the previous buff. Doesn't seem like that. I also have a couple of these golden foot, I gotta make sure that I use them when I kill a boss. I always forget about that. Oh, look who it is. We're in luck. Maybe I should use the magma blade for him, actually. And I forgot to pop golden vow again. Don't be like me, guys. Do what I say, not do what I do. I don't have the opportunity here to use my ult. And the area is closing, that's fine. There you go. Keep spinning, spin to win. There we go, we get a stagger. Oh, I accidentally got him out of the stagger. But look at that bullying. Oh my god, insane. Ooh. Got a revive. These weapons are pretty good. Both of these are really good weapons, but of course I'm going to take the revive, I'm not stupid. At this point I'm going to give up on the smithing stone. I should have used the gold foot. I forgot about that. That's fine. Gonna use it for the end of the boss. I'm gonna open these before I check the talisman. Hopefully it's a good one. None of these are good for me. I'll take the critical hit to restore HP. I hate that you need to confirm the talisman even when you have slots. Please, FromSoft, please change that. I beg of you. Alright, is there a camp I can do on the way there? Do the fire camp. Ideally there would be a field boss, but doesn't look like it, so I'm just gonna kill these bastards. Are you already open? I don't see any sigils here. They're not open. I don't see a sigil in... Oh, it's a tree. There you go. In case you aren't aware, there's one of the conditions to... What the fuck? I don't know why I didn't know. Oh, I needed to break the seal after. That's right. I forgot. I forgot about that. One of the conditions to open the Sorcerer's Rise is a moving tree, which is pretty funny. A lot of people don't know how to do these. I only know some of them. But these can sometimes have some pretty good loot. Uses FP to these kind of suck, to be honest. I'd rather take just this. There you go. Very unlucky on what we're getting. And look, there's a player phantom. Which I don't think were a thing before the new update, by the way. I don't recall ever seeing another player phantom. But maybe that's just me. I'm gonna try to hit that grace, so I don't need to spend any of my actual flasks on the way to the tree. So we're gonna be level 14 pretty much. I think we can pretty much guarantee that. I could have also hit up the vendor to get an extra revive. I did not remember to do that. It's gonna be an ancient dragon, it looks like. I should not use my mana actually. Ancient dragons can take a ton of damage from that. I'm gonna pop the golden vow before I forget again. Gonna use this to kill these enemies, so I can get some extra monies. I doubt we're gonna be able to make it to 15, but if there is a chance we're gonna make it, I'm gonna need to use these golden foot. So these guys die pretty easily, so you don't even need to use the greatsword. Okay, there you go. Now we got the boss. Ancient Dragon. Just try to stay below him and get these magma pits below him to deal damage. Dodging the fire. Well, that's all of my FP. Gonna swap here to... I'm gonna pop... Oh, I forgot to pop Golden Vow before I wasted all of my mana. That's fine. I'm gonna take this one because it has innate bleed on it. And those bleed procs can come in handy. It's also got the Greatsword moveset, which is always pleasant. I honestly much prefer using the one-handed Greatsword moveset. Even though you deal less damage with it, I just like the moveset so much better. Feels like I can control the weapon much better with it. Okay, that was a lot of damage. Dodge that. I want to wait for a moment where he's open to deal a lot of damage with the ultimate, but he's kind of moving all over the place. I think when he goes down to place down his spear on the ground, that is when I'll try to hit him with the ultimate. Like right now. Ah, fuck. I was sprinting, so the guy kind of had to do the recovery animation for the sprint. And that screwed me over. That's fine. Ooh, look at that bleed proc. And I don't have a lot of arcane on Wilder. That's why getting a greatsword with bleed is so good. It just, you get those big chunks of damage. Gonna pop this here before I forget. And just a couple more hits, that'll do the trick. There you go. Pretty chill run so far. Definitely gonna be hitting 14. I doubt we're gonna make it to 16. I'll take physical damage negation. Though 38% poise would have been crazy. And now we're gonna see how different Adel is actually. We're gonna buy an extra revive, and as I said before, I was going to show you my relics. I'm using the final relic from Wilder's Remembrance. That gives you one additional character skill use, so one more grapple hook, and also makes it so that whenever you use your ultimate, you spread fire in the area, and on top of that, you also get stamina recovery with each successful attack, which, in my opinion, all three of these bonuses, especially the first one and the third one, are pretty fantastic, so being able to have a relic that comes with all three of them, and it being a guaranteed relic is amazing. Partial HP restoration upon post-damage attacks, also fantastic. Sadly, the other bonuses it comes with are honestly pretty bad. I don't like the skill Thunderbolt, and having Starlight Shards at the start isn't ideal, but if I'm playing multiplayer with the Revenant, I can just drop those Starlight Shards at the beginning. And lastly, I have the follow-up attack with the Greatsword, and also increased rune acquisition for self and allies. So both of those passives are fantastic, and of course getting both of them in the same relic is just fantastic as well. Now sadly we don't have a poison weapon, which would have been perfect with the Kindred of Rot Exaltation. I probably should have looked on the map if we had a poison camp. And as for the weapons, we're gonna be using either the forked greatsword or the magma blade. Probably gonna stick with the magma blade until I run out of FP. I do have one starlight shard, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy another one. I am going to do this small little trick I like to do, where I buy something, pop the item. I should be quicker here. Pop another one, use the item, pop another one, use the item, and now I run with my inventory full. Let's go ahead and see how different Adel is actually gonna be, because I'm very curious about this. He's definitely not one of the hardest bosses, but he's not that easy compared to some of them. Is the music different? Oh, he starts like this, what the fuck? He starts in the second phase. Okay. That is definitely a shift. God damn. I wonder if you can still poison him and he still gets the... Okay, we dodge that. Beautiful. And you still get the attack where he spews poison. Because I don't think... I think he stops doing that attack on second phase. He stops doing... the thing where he gets stopped and is spewing poison for a bit. Oh, I'm marked now. Gotta be careful here. I'm actually gonna swap to the greatsword. I'm not really doing a lot with the magma blade, sadly. He doesn't really get still. Oh right, he does a follow-up. Okay, yeah, the damage... Ah, shit, I got hit in there. I don't think it's gonna proc bleed on the first one. Right, it didn't. But... Oh, it did, actually. Now he has the attack boost, so that is where things get super tricky. Now he hits like a truck. Oh, he's doing the AoE. Thankfully, I'm playing Wilder, so I can just do that. And I'm out of there. Gonna fly away. Gonna be patient with this fight. It's not one that I've ever been successful in rushing unless I was playing multiplayer. Playing this fight solo, I've never really been amazing at it. Pop the ult right here. Gonna pop Golden Vow again. I think it has run out. Oh, that is... What the fuck? Huh? Okay, FromSoft, I was not familiar with your game. I'm sorry. I gotta run, I guess. Why am I taking damage? Am I safe here? Oh, you gotta jump! Oh, that is a cool mechanic. You gotta go into the Eye of the Storm. That is cool. Woo! Wow, that is insane, actually. I did not expect them to add a harder version of the bosses right away. That is insane, actually. Oh, I was right in the middle. I'm getting hit by everything. That's my passive gone, and that is my first health. Okay, we got 2 revives left. Try to make the most out of them. Jesus. Oh god, the damage it takes. Ah, shit. I should have sprinted. I only got 1 more revive, but things have finally calmed down a bit. Oh, he marks me. Didn't hit me with the roar, but he still marked me. There you go. Oh, we got a bleed proc finally. I probably haven't been hitting him constantly enough for it to proc. Woof. Jesus. How am I alive? Run! Come on, Wilder, this is your best quality. Oh, he's doing the thing with the Eye of the Storm. Gotta look for those wind tunnels. Yep, there you go. Now we jump on them. And listen to the music though. That is new, right? Okay, we have ultimate again. I'm gonna wait for a big moment to use it. Hopefully when he's doing something crazy. Like that. So, there you go. Got a stagger. Okay. Take it slow. Go for the crit. Eat this. Pop Golden Vow, come on. Oh shit, maybe I should not have done that. I actually remembered I have Endure, so maybe I should be using the skill of the weapon. Endure might actually be amazing here. Pop Endure here. Yeah, definitely gotta pop Endure on this one. Okay. Come on. One more. There you go. Holy, without any more revives. That was crazy. Whew. What a game, dude. I'm loving Night Train so much. I really did not expect this update. Hold on, I got emote. Oh man, I'm loving this. What a game. Now, let's see if we get any special bonuses out of it. Is there a new relic? Oh, that was different. I seem to be getting more relics than I usually do. So nothing special here. Dexterity, physical attack. Creates a whirlwind while charging the halberd. Raise stamina, HP restored, these are all pretty bad. Raise of Everdark, Sovereign Sigil. Is that a new currency? It is, look at the bottom there. Oh shit. Sovereign Sigil. Sovereign Sigils are royal symbols of the Lords of the Everdark. As if drawn by their lights, a figure arrived in the round table hold bearing a proposal. Whoever can provide what is requested will receive a thing of great rarity. Ooh, let's see where they are at. They don't seem to be showing up on the map. Guess I should have paid attention to the icon to know where it is. To the image, I must say. Okay, so I actually finally found this, and it's weird that it's not marked on the map, but at least this is where it is for me. It might be different for you. So if you come over here into the shore and you turn all the way here, you keep walking like this. In this small little corner, you're gonna find it here, the collector signboard. So let's see what this is. So view catalog. Oh, we have more urns. Okay, that is something that we have been asking for some time. And you get new relics to purchase. Oh, you can also spend these to buy the costumes. That's interesting. Why would you use these though? I guess you have two currencies now to use. So let's see. Dark Knight of the Baron. This one, the one that I get for doing Adel, I guess. Just focused purely on critical hits. This is actually quite good for Executor if you're playing solo. Improved critical hits +1, improved critical hits, and critical hits earn runes. Pretty funny. And you also get these other urns that you can see right here. For the Wilder, art activation spreads fire in the area, changes compatible armament skill to flaming strike, and fire attack +2. That is actually quite good. You get plenty of synergy with this one. I still think that the final relic you get for the Wilder is gonna be much better than this, but that's quite good. For the Guardian, reflect a portion of the damage received when ability is activated. That's quite good. Art gauge charged when successful guarding. Getting ultimate charge from blocking is pretty good for the Guardian, and having some additional stamina from endurance, also quite nice. The Duchess, become difficult to spot and silence footsteps after landing a critical from behind. That is awful in my opinion, so by itself has made this relic just useless. Max FP up with 3+ staffs equipped. That is fantastic. You often have plenty of staffs to go around with a recluse. Also increased FP permanently whenever you do the Sorcerer's Rise, and magic attack power up. Also works well with the Duchess. You just need to have a few more staffs equipped. Iron Eye, you get poison on the ultimate. I never really care for that one. Increased attack power whenever you have an enemy that is afflicted with poison, so of course there's synergy there. And ultimate art gauge +3, so you have shorter cooldown on the ultimate. For the Raider, the duration of the ultimate art is extended, improved colossal weapon attack power, and endurance +3. Pretty decent, but I think he has much better ones. Oh, for the Revenant, strengthened family and allies when ultimate is used, items conferred to nearby allies, and satellite shards in possession at the start. Overall, a pretty good relic for sure. I would not say it's amazing, but it's definitely up there. Ooh, that is amazing. Okay, that I am buying this one right away. That's gonna combine perfect with this one. I am so excited to try solo run with this. So, for the Executor, character skill boosts attack, but attacking drains HP. This is your katana, your parry stance. Whenever you attack in that stance, you lose HP, but you deal more damage. I think it's about 15% more damage. You also recover HP from successful guarding, and you get ult charge whenever you block. So, fantastic. That is just perfect synergy with the Executor right there. Slowly restore HP for self and nearby allies when HP is low. I never really care for this one, because very often people will just heal themselves back up to full whenever they are low HP. So I rarely see this coming into play. I just don't think this is a good relic. Improved stance breaking when two-handing, and improved initial standard attack. Both of these are actually quite good. Again, for the Executor, this can be quite nice for the parry stance. And in case you don't know, the initial standard attack is just the R1 attacks. And also getting poise +3 is pretty nice. Improved stance breaking when wielding two armaments, stamina recovery with each successful attack, and endurance +3. So again, really good relic. Definitely fantastic for something like the Wilder, the Duchess, those type of characters that often are going to be wielding two different armaments. Oh, that one is amazing. I'm gonna buy right away. Attack power permanently increased for each Everjail prisoner defeated, and Stone Sword Key in possession at the start of an expedition. And that attack power increase is one of the biggest sources of damage you can get in the entire game if you stack these. So if you get a group together and everyone has this relic, you're going to be able to get some crazy damage. And of course, the treasure map can also drop some good loot every once in a while. And finally, the Grand Drizzly scene that just gives you a shit ton of starlight shards at the start. That is pretty funny, actually. Not gonna lie, that is really funny. And yeah, you can also buy every outfit in the game, including the more expensive ones, although those cost 10 and these cost 5. Oh, these ones even cost 20. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, that is pretty interesting, how you can just straight up buy these outfits from here. Oh, Altered Great Side of Grace. That is something that I was really hoping for. So you can just go back to having the round table, go back to what it was before you kill 4 of the Nightlords. It goes back to being colorful. Let me check that again, actually. Nice, that is such a good change. I was really wishing they would add this to the game. That's crazy. They added everything people were asking for. And it came out 2 weeks after the game being out. They just had this prepared. And people were also asking a lot about being able to change the shifting earth. And you just can come here and you spend one of those currencies and you can select a different shifting earth. So if you want to take a trophy you didn't do, or you want to go back to Noclateo because that place is amazing, right there you can do it. That is such a good change. I am so crazy about how they changed all of this. Thank you, From Software. Thank you so much. That is such a great change. Anyways, guys, that is it for a new update for Elden Ring Nightlord. Very excited about all of this. These are some fantastic changes. I'm going to be making way more videos about Nightlord. I have some videos already prepared and just being finished, including even for the main channel. So hopefully you guys are excited about all of that. I am loving this game and I want to make a ton of videos for it. But with that being said, my name is Dark Hero. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, happy hunting.